Hi, today I'm going to be reviewing Finding Sky by Joss Stirling, and I'll read what it says on the back of the book. You have half our gifts, I have the other. When English girl Sky catches a glimpse of bad boy Zed in her new American high school, she can't get him out of her head. He talks to her with his thoughts, he reads her mind, he's the boy she will love forever. Shadows stalk her past, but a new evil threatens her future. Sky must face the dark, even if it means losing her heart. And on the front it says discovering your soulmate has never been so dangerous. I found this book by chance. I hadn't seen it online or anywhere. I was in the supermarket and I saw it and it sort of appealed to me. Cover's kind of different and it's not the typical paranormal young adult romances that are out there at the moment. So I quite liked it for that. It's about savants, which sort of have these gifts, like mind reading, telekinesis, and Sky can read auras, but she sort of rejects her gift because it's linked to dark things in her past. She had a bad childhood, she was abandoned, and she got adopted by her current parents, Sally and Simon, who are artists, and they're really fun to read about. They were good, and so she moves to America because her parents get an artist commission, and so she has to find new friends. And Zed is the bad boy, and she sort of notices him, but it's not this instant love. It sort of grows apart from when he realizes that she's his soul finder, which is basically like a soulmate, and their powers are sort of compatible. They go together and they make each other better for it. So it's a bit of a cliche, you know, you're my other half, but in this it's sort of true. And his whole family has all these gifts, and they're all, his mum and dad obviously have found their soul finders, and his brothers really want theirs, and so he's the sort of first brother to find his soul finder. And I know that his brother is in the sequel, Steel and Phoenix, which is out in October, which I'm looking forward to reading. And this was really good. I read it quickly because I found that once you picked it up, it was quite easy to carry on. It didn't get too bogged down, so it was really good for that. She sort of rejects him to start with because she's very resistant of being in love, because she associates it with bad things. But he's this bad boy, but once he realizes that she's his soul finder, he sort of changes and he becomes concentrated on her, and he just has a complete personality transplant. And there's little funny bits in there as well, and I found it quite nice that it was original in some places and cliched in other, so it was quite an interesting book to read. It's 308 pages, so it's a nice little book to read. Font's pretty normal, nothing too small or too big, standard font. Yeah, so considering I found this book by chance, I didn't mean to find it, I'm glad I stumbled across it, because it's good. The family have enemies, because they use their gifts for good. They get together, the powers are stronger when they use them together as a family, so they've got enemies that want to get back at them, and they take this out on Sky, because they realise that she's vulnerable because she's small, and that she's one of the family's soul finders, so that they realise that's a weakness that they can get to, and they do get hold of her, and it sort of alters their relationship for a little while, and sets them off track a little bit, but they do get back on it eventually. And yes, I would definitely recommend this because it's nice to see something slightly different out there that keeps some elements of the young adult paranormal genre, but it's not too dark. It's as I say, it's all round a good read. Yes, and I will be getting the sequel in October. So yes, let me know what you think if you read it, and happy reading!